Hi students, so we were discussing the different physiological features of India. So as we discussed, there are 5 features of India. First is the northern mountainous region, the great northern plains, the peninsular plateau, the coastal plains and the archipelagos. So out of these we've discussed the 3 features. Now today we are going to start with the 4th feature, which is known as the coastal plains. Now we all know that India has a very big coastline of approximately 7,500 kilometers. From east from Gujarat to from west Gujarat to east the Orissa. Okay, so this is a big coastline of India where it touches the 2 seas and 1 ocean, which is the Arabian Sea, Bay of Bengal and the Indian Ocean. So near to these seas, there are plains. It's a belt of plains. So if the belt is narrower in the western region, except in Gujarat. In Gujarat, it is very, very broad. And the belts are broader in the eastern region. So let us study this topic via the presentation that I have made. Yes. So the 4th topic that we are going to study are the coastal plains. Now the plains, they surround the peninsular plateau. Okay, there's a plateau in the southern part of India and that plateau is surrounded by plains. And the plains, they stretch from Kutch to Orissa. Okay, and the plains have been divided as the eastern coastal plains and the western coastal plains. Now let us study about the western plains. Now, western plains, they stretch from Gujarat to Kerala. Okay, and because the plains, they are very much undulating, means they are upar niche, ubad khabad hai, made of rocks. That is why they are known as Malabar coast to the south of Goa. Goa ke baad, they are not known as western coastal plains, they are known as Malabar coast. Clear? Now, as I said, except for Gujarat, in the whole of western coastal plains are narrow. Narrow matlab patle hai. They occupy less space except in Gujarat. Now, fishery is very much common in these plains because of the creeks formed. Creeks means like if there is a rock, there is a break in the rock. Okay, a break appears in the rock breaks into 2 parts and it forms a valley in the river. Deep in the river, it's like a valley. Okay, submerged valley. And because of this, the conditions are favorable for fishery. Now, apart from fishery, there are also many natural ports which are available in the western coastal plains. Ports means what? Where ships come and unloading and offloading of ships takes place. So natural and man-made ports. So the natural ports means the area naturally is like a port where ships can come and they can give out, they can offload and they can onload. And man-made ports, matlab kya? Ports which are made by man, they are artificially made. So the 2 natural ports on the western coastal plains are Mumbai and Marmagao. Okay. Now, one thing which is very common in the southern coast of Kerala, in south of Kerala, as we all know, is the development of backwaters. They have developed naturally, and these backwaters are known as Kayal in the local language of Kerala. So this is about the western coastal plains. There are natural ports, fish conditions for fisheries favorable, backwaters have formed in Kerala. Now let's study about the eastern coastal plains. As the western coastal plains are in the west, the eastern coastal plains, they are in the east. They stretch from Orissa to Kerala. Clear? And they are much more broader than the western coastal plains. Western plains are narrower and the eastern plains are broader. Now there are many rivers in these areas which makes deltas. So deltas is the place or area which is formed before the river meets the sea or the ocean. It's a triangular area kind of thing. Whenever a river meets the ocean, uske pehle it forms a delta, a triangular structure. So the deltas formed by different rivers like Kaveri, Krishna, Godavari and Mahanadi, they are very, very fertile. They have substantial deposits of alluvial soil, and these alluvial soils are very much fertile. Okay, now there are different names for this coast as well. The western coastal plain was known as Malabar coast in the south of Kerala. Now let's learn about the eastern coastal plain. The north coast of this plain near Orissa and all is known as Sirkar coast. And the southern coast near Tamil Nadu is known as Coromandel coast. Clear? So these are the different names for the eastern and western coastal plains. Now let us study about the fifth structure, which is the archipelagos. Now what do you mean by archipelagos? Archipelagos means a group of islands. Okay, many islands, when they come together, they form an archipelago. The major archipelago in India, there are two major archipelagos. One is Andaman and Nicobar Island and the Lakshadweep Islands. Now we know that the Lakshadweep Islands is situated in the Arabian Sea. Now there are many small islands which surround the Lakshadweep Islands. Okay, and these islands are in a horseshoe shape, like an inverted U, like this. This is the shape of the island, the horseshoe shape. Okay, and because these islands are coral islands made from corals, they are known as atolls, ATOLLS. Now the Andaman and Nicobar Islands, they are situated in the Bay of Bengal in the east. These islands have various mountain ranges, and these mountain ranges are formed of, many of them are formed due to volcanic activity. When a volcano erupts and then it erupts from the ground, so everything comes out, and when then it cools down, it forms a mountain-like structure, and which is known as mountains due to volcanic activity. These islands are spread over 350 kilometers, and they have a strategic importance for the country of India. Clear? Now let us study about volcanic activities. There is only one active volcano in India, which is in the Andaman and Nicobar archipelagos, and that volcano is known as Perin. Okay, it is in island Andaman and Nicobar. Now there is one more volcano near it known as Narcon Dam, and it is dormant. It is not at all active. उसमें से volcano अभी निकलता नहीं है. So the Perin in Andaman and Nicobar Island is active volcano. वहाँ से volcanic activity होने की there are chances over there. Okay, so like this we've completed the physiological features of India, and we can conclude that India has a very diverse physical features. Not all countries have such diverse physical features. सारे countries के पास mountains, plains, plateaus, rivers सब नहीं होता है. It is only found in India. So all these physical features are useful for the progress of the country. Country को आगे बढ़ाने के लिए all these features are useful. Okay, the northern plains, as we know, are very much fertile soil. So they act as a storehouse of grains. Much of the farming takes place over there, and that is why they are known as storehouse of grains. The southern plateau is rich in mineral resources, and which mineral resources enhance the national progress. मतलब fast progress कराता है, because minerals earn us money. The northern mountains in the north is known for very large rivers which has large volumes of water. Okay, and they also have various kinds of forests. So this is how there is a diverse physical features in India. Now in the next class, we are going to start with rocks and minerals. So that's all for today. Bye, take care.